You step onto your balcony exactly 4:15 p.m., holding a handful of sunflower seeds. Right on cue, this heavy white bird drops straight out of the sky, its massive wings breaking against the air, and lands right on your railing. To you, this is just a charming, spontaneous moment with nature, a happy coincidence that brightens up your afternoon. You smile, step forward, and offer the food, thinking you just happened to be outside at the perfect moment. But think about this for a second. You think you just happened to step outside at the right time? Above your roof, a wild mind has been tracking your day down to the exact minute. This isn't a random visit. It's not a coincidence. You are an active appointment logged into a highly structured, invisible schedule crossing your entire neighborhood. See, here's what's actually happening. They aren't just looking for food. They are running an ongoing assessment of your reliability. In their world, you are a localized resource point. If you flip this perspective around entirely to a cockatoo, your suburb isn't a grid of asphalt streets and brick houses. It's a living chessboard of risk and reward, because here's the thing, cockatoos manage a complex mental ledger of human assets. They classify local residents into highly specific categories based on predictability, and they return only to the humans who score perfectly on their internal consistency metric. You think you're just a kind neighbor feeding the birds, but to them, you are an active, analyzed investment. They look down from the canopy and literally grade your life, calculating the exact probability of your behavior before they ever choose to land on your deck. And this is where it gets interesting. They don't use clocks to track your arrival, yet they master your schedule with terrifying accuracy. How do they even do this? Honestly, it comes down to a hyper-developed sense of human behavioral sequencing. Cockatoos map your micro-routines with clinical precision. They recognize the specific heavy metallic thud of your garage door opening. They register the scent of your morning coffee drifting through an open window, and they know the exact, distinct rattle of the ceramic bowl you use. They don't just learn when you are home. They learn the exact chain of events that leads to a reward. Maybe you've noticed this too, but they aren't just waiting around in the trees hoping for a handout. They are counting the precise sequence of your movements, predicting your next step before you even take it. Every single household noise you make is a gear turning in their clockwork understanding of you, turning your habits into their survival strategy. You might wonder if they just see us as giant walking food dispensers, but honestly, that's not it at all. You are a completely unique file in their mental archive. Here's the part nobody tells you: a cockatoo's brain actually has specialized structures tuned specifically to human facial geometry. They don't just see a generic human shape. They remember the exact distance between your eyes, the unique pitch of your voice, and even your specific individual walk. Imagine if a family member or a friend tries to take your place on that balcony. Even if they're wearing your exact clothes and holding the exact same seed bowl, the bird up in the canopy instantly flags the discrepancy. They'll stall, read the geometry of that new face, and straight up refuse to land. They aren't returning to your house for the location. They are coming back specifically for you, because your face is registered in their mind as a safe signature. You aren't just a food source to them, you have a distinct identity in a wild mind's database. Now flip this around. They don't just look at your face, they run a continuous energy audit on your entire body. When a cockatoo sits on your railing, those dark eyes are scanning your posture for the slightest signs of tension, aggression, or distraction. They are literally reading your intent. If you walk out onto the deck with a rushed, erratic energy because you're stressed about work, the bird reads those microtremors instantly. Its own posture stiffens, it shifts its landing approach and stays just out of arm's reach. But if you move with calm, predictable energy, their heart rate drops. They return to you because your specific vibe has been marked in their ledger as a rare, low-stress zone. Think about this for a second. They aren't just evaluating what you give them. They are reading the literal energy of your body, deciding if you're safe enough to approach today. But here's the part that completely shatters everything we thought we knew about wild birds. Your reputation isn't just some secret kept between you and a single animal. It is actively being spoken about, taught, and handed down through generations. Cockatoos are intensely social creatures, and they communicate using these highly complex, localized dialects. So when a bird marks you as a safe, high-value human, that file basically gets uploaded to the flock's collective consciousness. And then they pass your profile directly down to their offspring. Those young, hesitant birds landing on your railing today, flaring their yellow crests, they actually knew your reputation before they ever even met you. They were literally taught your face up in the canopy, inheriting a decades-long ledger of your kindness. And that shifts the whole relationship from just a simple behavioral quirk into this profound generational bond. It completely reframes how you look at your own home. When you look at your porch, you probably just see an outdoor seating area, a bit of decking, and some plants. But on their internal map, your home is a glowing zone of absolute safety, cutting right through a volatile, dangerous urban environment. Next door might be a yard marked in red, a place where a barking dog, a loud lawnmower, or a hostile human lived. But your property is highlighted in their minds as a vital anchor of stability in their nomadic lives. Your home is a sanctuary on a map written in light, memory, and trust. You are an outsider to their canopy world, yet they've chosen you as a core landmark in their geography. When you look back at that daily interaction, the whole thing just feels different. You haven't tamed a pet here. You've entered into a voluntary, unspoken treaty with a wild, highly sophisticated consciousness. Every single day they return to your balcony, they are choosing to trust you all over again, drawing on generations of shared knowledge. They don't have to be there. But out of all the houses in the valley, they chose you. The next time a cockatoo lands near you, just remember the decades of memory and social reputation that brought them to your rail in the first place.